we can automatically see the differences between these two games once we start off the games. Starting it off on the iOS app, we get automatically a bunch of ads, and the screen just looks pixelated and ugly. I also played it on the iPhone 5s, and it looks pixelated and ugly, whereas on the Galaxy S3 it still looks amazing. And even though there are ads, what I did find though with the ads on Android is that the ads would sort of disappear once you play the games, and where in iOS it would do that and then sometimes an ad would pop up while you're playing the games. It's a little bit difficult, but trust me, it didn't happen with me with the S3. And on my Nexus 5 and Nexus 7, strangely there were no ads. On my Nexus 7, a non-rooted device, there were no ads. On the iOS version there is also a pause button, but rather on the Android version there is no such thing. There is no pause button. The only way to pause is probably to exit the game. So yeah, on your Android version, every time you die and you revive in your next game, your fish or your bird will technically change colors. And my high score is technically on my Nexus 7, but that's where I had the most problems with Flappy Bird. Every time I would play the Nexus 7, I would exit the game and, for example, the game's still running and I would want to come back to play it again. If I did that, then the whole Nexus 7 tablet would crash, and the only way to fix it would be to restart the whole tablet. And we can also see the differences in the file size. The Android version is actually less than the iOS version. The iOS version is around 2.53 megabytes, but the Android version is actually under 1 megabyte or 2 megabytes underneath that, but it's much smaller than the iOS version if I remember correctly. And that is basically it. Everything else is sort of the same. There's a couple design changes in the main menu and a couple stuff like that. But basically, if you do want to play the app and play it the best way you can, the best suggestion I have for you is to play it on an Android device, specifically an Android device that is 7 inches or bigger, because then it allows you to get more room and it's more easier to play because you see the pillars or the walls or whatever, so it's easier for you. Anyway guys, this has been Steve's Tech. I know it's sort of a stupid video, but just stick with me. I really wanted to do it because there's a lot of huge differences between the two games. I think the game was sort of meant for Android because that's where it really shines on the Android platform other than the iOS platform. Maybe because the Android SDK was easier to work with. I don't really know. Either way, it's better on Android, so just play it on Android if you do have the option to.